The cards are dealt, the dice are rolled, the roulette wheel spins, but there's nobody behind the table, no dealer, no person, just screens and machines and cold automation. Golden Gate Hotel and Casino just made history. They became the first casino in Las Vegas to eliminate all live dealers. Every single one. Replace them with electronic table games and digital interfaces. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now. And it represents something massive. The end of Vegas as we knew it. The beginning of a fully automated gambling future. Let me show you exactly how casinos are replacing humans with machines, and what it means for the future of Las Vegas. First up, let's talk about what Golden Gate actually did, because this is unprecedented in Vegas history. In 2025, they pulled every live dealer from their casino floor, completely removed the traditional pit. No more blackjack dealers, no more craps crews, no more roulette croupiers, no more humans dealing cards or managing games. Gone. Replaced by electronic blackjack, bubble craps, digital roulette, touchscreen gaming pits, and automated betting stations. The entire casino floor transformed from a buzzing hub of human energy to a digital gaming arcade, where machines handle everything and players interact with screens instead of people. Want to know what this means for Vegas? It means the line has been crossed. For decades, casinos automated some functions. Self-service kiosks, digital slots, mobile betting. But live table games were sacred, the one place where human dealers created the casino experience, the soul of gambling. Golden Gate just said that soul doesn't matter anymore. Efficiency matters, profit matters, technology matters, but the human touch, expendable. Moving on to how they're spinning this, because Golden Gate owner Derek Stevens has a whole narrative about why this is actually good. Let me break down his arguments. First, he claims no dealers lost their jobs. All dealers were moved to sister properties, Circa and the D, so technically nobody got laid off. Sounds great, right? But wait, what happens at the next casino that automates? And the one after that? Eventually, there aren't enough properties to absorb displaced workers. Second, he argues younger gamblers prefer digital interfaces. Millennials and Gen Z grew up on apps and touchscreens. They're comfortable with online gambling. Electronic table games feel familiar and safe to them. They don't want social interaction or traditional casino etiquette. They want lower minimums, faster gameplay, and minimal human contact. Third, Stevens used cost savings to add value for customers. Built a Night Starts Here program with free open bar nightly, free play giveaways, and a speakeasy themed design, reinvesting automation savings into customer perks. Here's the thing, that all sounds reasonable on the surface, but it's also a smokescreen for what's really happening, which is casinos choosing machines over people because it's more profitable, dressing it up as innovation and customer service when it's really about cutting labor costs. Now check this out. Let's talk about why this is really happening. Because it's not about younger gamblers or customer preferences, it's about money, always money. Electronic table games offer massive cost savings compared to live dealers. No wages, no benefits, no breaks, no scheduling complexity, no HR expenses, no training costs, no turnover issues, just machines running 24/7. A 2024 report from the American Gaming Association found that electronic table games can reduce labor costs by up to 60% per pit. 60%! That's enormous savings for casino operators. Plus machines are faster. More hands per hour equals more revenue. A live dealer might deal 70 hands per hour. An electronic game can handle 100 plus. That's 40% more revenue from the same space. And here's what's really interesting. Electronic games take up less space. You can fit more gaming positions in the same square footage, maximizing revenue per square foot, which is the key metric casino operators care about. So from a spreadsheet perspective, automation makes perfect sense. Cut costs by 60%, increase revenue by 40%, use less space, eliminate human variables. It's a corporate executive's dream. But at what cost? What are we losing when we eliminate human dealers and turn casinos into digital arcades? But wait, Golden Gate isn't alone. They're just the most extreme example. Automation is spreading across Las Vegas in multiple forms. Automated bartenders at several strip casinos, robotic bars that mix drinks without human staff. Faster service, lower costs, no tips, no conversation, just efficient drink delivery, cashless slots and mobile wallets everywhere. MGM, resorts and Caesars pushing digital payment systems, reducing the need for cashiers and cage staff. Everything handled through apps and accounts. Self-checking kiosks at hotels, designed to reduce front desk staffing, speed up guest processing, eliminate human interaction during check-in, just scan your ID and get a digital room key. AI-driven security and surveillance throughout casinos. Facial recognition tracking everyone who enters. AI behavior analysis flagging suspicious activity. Predictive threat detection. Humans replaced by algorithms watching everything. Even entertainment is getting automated. ABBA hologram show in development. Planned Whitney Houston hologram concert. The Sphere using advanced digital avatars and AI-generated content. Why pay live performers when you can program holograms? Get this. The entire Vegas model is shifting from labor-intensive operations to tech-forward automation. And Golden Gate eliminating all dealers is just the most visible symbol of that transformation. Here's what's really interesting. There's a massive generational divide in how people react to automation. And casinos are betting on the younger generation. Younger visitors, 18 to 35, are actually comfortable with automation. They prefer privacy over social interaction. Don't want dealer pressure or judgment. Used to online gambling where everything's digital. Electronic table games feel natural to them. They want lower minimum bets that electronic games can offer. Want faster gameplay without waiting for dealers. Want bright displays and touchscreen interfaces. Want automated fairness instead of trusting human dealers. But older visitors, 40 plus, hate automation. They prefer live dealers. Enjoy the personal touch and banter. View electronic games as soulless and sterile. Miss the traditional Vegas excitement and human energy. One longtime Vegas visitor put it perfectly. Gambling without dealers isn't gambling. It's just pushing buttons on expensive iPads. That divide is the future of Vegas. Casinos are choosing which generation to serve. And they're choosing younger digital native players over nostalgic traditionalists. Because younger players represent decades of future revenue, while older players are aging out. Moving on to what this means for workers. Because Golden Gate might have relocated their dealers, but the broader trend is devastating for employment. Las Vegas has lost thousands of service jobs since 2020. Dealers, bartenders, front desk agents, housekeepers, waitstaff. Many never came back after the pandemic shutdown. And now AI is filling those gaps permanently. Automation threatens even more jobs. Truck drivers when self-driving logistics arrive. Security staff replaced by AI surveillance. Cashiers replaced by kiosks and mobile pay. Customer service replaced by AI chat systems. Industry analysts project hospitality automation will eliminate 30 to 40% of jobs over the next decade. 30 to 40%. In a city where hospitality is the economy, that's catastrophic. Here's the thing, these aren't abstract numbers, these are real people with families and bills. The dealer, who's worked 20 years suddenly competing with a machine. The bartender watching their job get automated away. The front desk worker replaced by a kiosk. And unlike Golden Gate's situation where dealers could move to other properties, there won't always be somewhere to go. When automation spreads across the industry, displaced workers won't have options. They'll just be unemployed. Now check this out. Why is automation accelerating so fast? Multiple economic pressures converging at once. Post-2020, hospitality struggled with massive staffing shortages. Thousands of workers left the industry permanently. Casinos couldn't fill positions, so they turned to automation to cover the gaps. The culinary union negotiated significant wage increases for workers. Good for employees. But casinos immediately started looking for ways to offset those costs. Automation became the answer. Pay workers more or replace them with machines. Many casinos chose machines. Publicly traded companies face relentless shareholder pressure for quarterly growth. Automation reduces costs and increases profit predictability. makes the numbers look better for Wall Street, even if it destroys jobs and degrades the customer experience. Meanwhile, independently owned casinos like Derek Stevens' properties have more flexibility. They can reinvest automation savings into customer perks instead of shareholder dividends. But that doesn't change the fact they're still eliminating human workers. But wait, let's talk about what customers are actually getting. Because automation isn't just about jobs, it's about experience. Traditional Vegas was built on human energy and interaction. The dealer who knows your name, the bartender who remembers your drink, the host who makes you feel valued. That personal touch created loyalty and memories, made people want to come back. Automation strips all that away. You're interacting with screens, playing against algorithms, getting drinks from robots, checking in through kiosks. No names, no faces, no connection. Just cold, efficient transactions. Some younger players prefer that. They don't want interaction. They want efficiency and privacy. But many visitors, young and old, still value human connection, still want to feel welcomed and appreciated, still want Vegas to feel special, not like an expensive arcade. Here's what's really interesting. Casinos are sacrificing long-term loyalty for short-term cost savings. The dealer who built relationships with regulars over years, replaced by a machine that's the same for everyone. That regular who came back because they loved the staff. No reason to return when staff don't exist. You can't build customer loyalty with automation. You can process transactions efficiently, but you can't create the emotional connections that turn one-time visitors into lifetime customers. Moving on to how this fits into Vegas's broader problems. Because automation isn't happening in a vacuum, it's happening while Vegas is already struggling with value perception. Visitors are already complaining about resort fees, parking fees, expensive food, tight slots, and degraded gambling rules. They feel nickel and dimed at every turn. Now add electronic table games with no human dealers. That's another thing taken away while prices stay high or increase. The original Vegas value proposition was human hospitality and personal service. You paid for the experience of being treated well, for the dealers and staff who made you feel special, for the energy and excitement of human interaction. If you remove that and replace it with automation, what are visitors paying for? Digital games they could play online for free, expensive rooms with resort fees, overpriced food and drinks. The value proposition completely collapses. Golden Gate tries addressing this with free drinks and perks, but most casinos won't do that. They'll just pocket the labor savings and continue charging premium prices. Automation without value restoration. That's a recipe for visitor backlash. Here's what's really interesting. Golden Gate is downtown, not on the Strip, and that matters for how this trend spreads. Downtown casinos serve a different market than Strip mega resorts. More locals, more budget-conscious visitors, more regular gamblers versus high rollers. They have to compete on value because they can't compete on spectacle. For Golden Gate, going fully automated with free drinks and lower costs makes sense. They're offering a different experience. Tech-forward value versus Strip luxury. It's a clear market position, but Strip casinos face different pressures. They sell luxury and spectacle and premium experiences. Hard to maintain that brand while automating everything. High rollers don't want to gamble at electronic tables. They want exclusive live games with personal dealers. So the Strip might adopt hybrid models. Electronic games for low-limit players. Live dealers reserved for high-limit pits. Creating a two-tier system where wealthy players get human service and everyone else gets machines. That two-tier approach already exists with resort fees and parking. VIPs get waivers, regular guests pay. Same logic will apply to dealers. Automation for the masses, humans for the elite. Now check this out. Once one casino proves full automation works, others will follow. That's how Vegas operates. Someone takes a risk. If it succeeds financially, everyone copies it. MGM introduced parking fees in 2016. Within 2 years, most major casinos followed. One property breaks the norm, then it becomes the new standard. Golden Gate just proved you can eliminate all live dealers and survive. Maybe even thrive with the right value proposition. Other downtown properties are watching closely. If it works for Golden Gate, why not try it themselves? Within 5 years, we could see multiple casinos with fully automated floors. Within 10 years, live dealers might be rare on low-limit floors across Vegas, reserved only for high-stakes rooms and premium experiences. That's the trajectory we're on, and once it's normalized, there's no going back. The jobs disappear permanently. The human element of Vegas vanishes, replaced by efficient, soulless automation. But wait, how do casino corporations justify this? What's their narrative about eliminating human workers? They claim automation improves the customer experience. Faster games, lower minimums, no intimidation from dealers or other players, privacy and comfort, appeals to younger demographics, modernizes Vegas for the digital age. They claim it's necessary for survival, labor costs too high, can't remain profitable with traditional staffing models. Automation allows reinvestment into other areas. Without it, casinos would have to raise prices even higher or close. They claim workers aren't losing jobs, just being relocated or retrained for other roles. The industry is evolving and workers need to evolve with it. New tech creates new opportunities. Here's the thing, all of that is corporate spin. Yes, some younger players prefer digital games. Yes, labor costs are high. Yes, some workers get relocated. But the fundamental truth is casinos are choosing machines over people to maximize profit. Everything else is justification. Get this. Let's project forward 10 years. What does Vegas look like if automation continues spreading? You arrive at your hotel, self-checking kiosk, no front desk agent to greet you, digital key sent to your phone. You head to your room through hallways monitored by AI security cameras. Facial recognition tracking your every move. You want a drink, automated bartender, no conversation, just efficient drink delivery. You're hungry, order from a tablet. Food prepared by minimal staff or automated systems, delivered by robots in some properties. You hit the casino floor. Electronic table games everywhere, no dealers, no human energy, just rows of screens and betting terminals. You play blackjack against an algorithm. Win or lose, nobody celebrates or commiserates with you. Just cold outcomes. You want entertainment, hologram shows, digital performers, AI-generated content, maybe one or two live acts for premium guests, but mostly automation. That's the future casinos are building. Efficient, profitable, soulless, where human workers and human connection have been optimized away in favor of machines and algorithms. So here's the question. Can this be stopped? Or is full automation inevitable for Vegas casinos? The economic pressures are real, labor costs keep rising, staffing shortages persist, technology keeps improving and getting cheaper. Shareholder demands for growth continue. All of that pushes toward automation. But it's not inevitable. Casinos could choose to preserve human jobs and human service. They could accept lower profit margins to maintain the experience that made Vegas special. They could resist the automation trend and market themselves as human-first alternatives. The problem? That requires long-term thinking and valuing things beyond quarterly earnings. It requires leadership that cares about workers and visitors and Vegas's soul. Not just spreadsheets and shareholder returns. Right now, that leadership doesn't exist at most major properties, so automation will likely continue spreading. Golden Gate won't be the last, they'll just be the first. Ready for this? I think Golden Gate eliminating all dealers is a tragic milestone, not because automation is inherently bad, but because it represents Vegas abandoning everything that made it special. Vegas was built on human energy and hospitality, on dealers who became part of your experience, on service that made regular people feel valued, on the electric buzz of human interaction and unpredictable moments. Automation strips all that away in favor of efficiency and profit. And sure, some younger players prefer digital games, but Vegas shouldn't be optimizing for the lowest common denominator. It should be creating experiences people can't get anywhere else. You can play digital blackjack on your phone. You can bet online. You can gamble from your couch. What you can't do anywhere else is experience Vegas with human dealers and that unique energy. That's the irreplaceable thing Vegas is throwing away. And for what? 60% labor cost savings that mostly go to shareholders and executives. while workers lose jobs and visitors lose the human touch. That's not progress. That's selling out the soul of Vegas for short-term profit. So here's my question for you. Do you care about human dealers? Would you avoid casinos that automate everything? Or do you prefer electronic games? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us whether you value human interaction in casinos or you're fine with full automation, whether you think Vegas is making a mistake or evolving appropriately. And if you care about workers and want Vegas to preserve human jobs, speak up. Choose casinos that still employ live dealers. Tip generously. Let management know you value human service. Boycott fully automated properties if you disagree with their direction. Because casinos will only preserve human jobs if customers demand it. If we accept automation silently, it will keep spreading. But if enough people push back, casinos might reconsider. Golden Gate Hotel and Casino just became the first Vegas property to eliminate all live dealers, replacing humans with electronic table games and digital interfaces. It's historic, it's unprecedented, and it represents the future casinos are building, a future where automation replaces human workers to maximize profit, where efficiency trumps experience, where machines are cheaper than people, so people get eliminated, where the human soul of Vegas gets optimized away. Derek Stevens claims this appeals to younger players and allows better customer value. Maybe, but it's also the first domino falling. Other casinos are watching. If it works financially, they'll follow. And within a decade, live dealers might be rare across Vegas. Thousands of jobs will disappear. The human energy that defined Vegas will vanish, replaced by cold, efficient automation that prioritizes profit over people and experience. This is the crossroads. Vegas can choose to preserve what made it special, or it can embrace full automation and become just another place with expensive digital games. The choice is being made right now, and Golden Gate just showed everyone which path is more profitable. Thanks for watching. If this concerns you, hit that like button and subscribe. We'll keep covering the transformation of Vegas and fighting for the people who make it work. See you in the next one.